Monday, the day of the moon. Its name carries the essence of something far greater than our modern schedules and hurried lives. Have you ever stopped to think about why this celestial body, silent and watchful, has such a hold on us? Why, for thousands of years, humanity has looked to the moon for guidance, for solace, for meaning? Could it be that the moon holds a key to understanding not just the cosmos, but our very emotions? Before we dive deeper into today's mystical journey, I have a small favor to ask. If you find value in exploring life's hidden truths and unlocking spiritual insights, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps us grow our community of seekers and ensures you're always connected to the wisdom we share. Let's walk this path together. Imagine the stillness of a Monday morning. The world is just waking, bathed in the faint glow of dawn. The air feels heavy with expectation, a kind of quiet unease that settles in your chest. Mondays, we greet them with sighs, with reluctance, as though they come to steal our freedom. But what if I told you that this day, this misunderstood beginning, is not what it seems? What if its true nature lies hidden beneath centuries of ancient wisdom? A secret so profound it could transform not just your Monday, but the rhythm of your entire life. Have you ever noticed how your emotions shift with the phases of the moon? Do you feel lighter during a waxing moon? Or more reflective during the waning phase? Think about it. The moon is a symbol of renewal, of cycles that never truly end but begin anew. And Monday, this so-called mundane start to the week, is anything but ordinary. It carries the essence of renewal, a chance to reflect, to align, to begin again. But only if you're willing to embrace it. Now that we've laid the foundation for today's exploration, I'd love for you to join our growing circle of spiritual seekers. Subscribe to the mystical realms and turn on notifications so you never miss a new revelation. And if this resonates with you, share it with someone who might be searching for light on their path. Together, we uncover the extraordinary. What if you could reclaim Monday? What if, instead of dreading it, you could welcome it? Harness its energy, its quiet potential, and turn it into a day of healing and introspection? In the next hour, we'll journey through the mystical story of Monday, its sacred connection to the moon, and how you can unlock its secrets. Together, we'll uncover practical rituals, ancient wisdom, and modern practices to help you transform this misunderstood day into a sanctuary for the soul. Ready to step into the mystery of Monday? To discover its deeper meaning and harness its energy for emotional renewal? Let's begin. To truly understand Monday, we must first look back, far back, to a time when the rhythm of life was dictated not by clocks or calendars, but by the heavens themselves. Long before the hustle of modernity, ancient cultures turned their gaze upward. They saw the moon, not as a lifeless orb, but as a living presence, a guide, a guardian. It was this celestial companion that shaped their understanding of time, emotion, and even the soul. The very name of Monday tells its story. In Old English, it was known as Manandig, meaning moon's day. This name, a relic from the past, carries the essence of lunar reverence. But this wasn't just an English tradition. Across the world, civilizations echoed this connection. In Latin, the Romans called it luni, the day of the moon. In Norse mythology, it was Manadagur, a sacred acknowledgement of the moon's divine influence. Even in languages today, the moon's legacy endures, lundi in French, lunes in Spanish, both stemming from the Latin root. But what did the ancients truly see on the moon? To them, it wasn't just a celestial body, it was a deity, a force of nature imbued with life and purpose. In Roman mythology, Luna was the goddess of the moon, depicted as a radiant figure riding a chariot across the night sky. To the Norse, Mani, the personification of the moon, guided humanity through darkness, his light a beacon of hope and intuition. The moon was more than a light, it was a guide. It represented cycles, continuity, and change. The waxing and waning phases mirrored the flow of human emotions, the tides of hope, despair, renewal, and reflection. Monday, the day devoted to this celestial being, was seen as a time to honor these cycles, to attune oneself to the ebb and flow of inner emotions. Across cultures, the moon's energy has been harnessed in rituals, ceremonies, and practices meant to heal and guide. In ancient India, the moon, or Chandra, was considered a god of emotions and the mind, associated with balance and introspection. In Chinese traditions, the Moon Festival celebrated the alignment of lunar energy with human prosperity and well-being. In these rituals, Monday was not just a day, it was a portal. A moment to realign with nature's cycles and to begin anew. The ancients saw the moon as a mirror of the human soul, ever-changing, yet constant in its presence. To honor the moon on Monday was to honor the self, to acknowledge the depths of emotion and intuition that lie within. But as the centuries passed, this sacred connection began to fade. The moon, once central to human life, became a forgotten symbol, overshadowed by the relentless march of progress. Monday transformed from a day of reflection to a day of deadlines, losing its essence in the process. Yet, the moon has never stopped watching. Its cycles continue, its energy remains. And perhaps, deep down, we still feel its pull. To rediscover the mystical story of Monday is to reclaim this connection, to step back into a rhythm that aligns with nature, with the cosmos, with the soul. It's an opportunity to look at this day not as a burden, but as a blessing. A moment to pause, to reflect, and to prepare for the week ahead with intention and grace. And as we continue, we'll see how this connection between the moon and Monday holds the key to emotional renewal and spiritual growth. The moon has always been more than just an object in the night sky. Across cultures and epochs, it has been revered as a living force, imbued with meaning, mystery, and power. To many, the moon represents the feminine divine, the nurturing, intuitive, and cyclical energy that flows through life itself. And Monday, Moon's Day, carries this essence in its very name. But how did different traditions interpret this celestial companion? What wisdom did they see in its light? In the ancient wisdom of Vedic astrology, the moon is called Chandra, a celestial being of luminous beauty. To the Vedic sages, Chandra is the ruler of the mind, influencing our emotions, thoughts, and inner peace. The moon's waxing and waning are reflections of our mental and emotional states, forever shifting, forever changing. Mondays, therefore, are days to honor this fluidity, a time to quiet the mind and find balance within the ebb and flow of life. Vedic tradition teaches that the moon governs the water element, connecting it deeply to the tides, not just of the ocean, but of the soul. On Mondays, when the moon's influence is strongest, rituals of reflection and meditation are especially potent, aligning us with this sacred rhythm. In Western astrology, the moon represents intuition, emotions, and the subconscious. It is the ruler of Cancer, the sign of the nurturer, the protector, the one who feels deeply and loves unconditionally. Mondays, ruled by the moon, are days to connect with these aspects of ourselves, to care for our emotional well-being and nurture our inner world. Western astrologers see the moon as a mirror. It reflects not just the light of the sun, but the light within us, the parts of ourselves we often hide, the emotions we keep buried. Monday invites us to bring these emotions to the surface, to sit with them, and to find healing in their embrace. Indigenous cultures around the world have long seen the moon as a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. To the Inuit, the moon is a guide for hunters and a keeper of time. To the Maori of New Zealand, the moon, or Marama, governs planting and harvesting, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all life. For many Native American tribes, the moon is seen as a grandmother, wise, nurturing, and ever-present. Her phases mark the cycles of life, teaching lessons of growth, decline, and renewal. Mondays, under her watchful eye, are days to learn from her wisdom, to reconnect with the rhythms of nature and to honor the journey of the soul. The moon has also inspired countless myths, where it is personified as gods and goddesses who embody its mysteries. In Greek mythology, the moon is Selene, a goddess who rides her silver chariot across the sky each night. Selene is a symbol of love and longing, her light a beacon for those lost in darkness. In Norse legend, the moon is Mani, a watchful guide through the cold northern nights. Mani is said to chase the sun, forever following its path, reminding us of the balance between light and shadow. And in Hindu mythology, Chandra's story is one of devotion and renewal. Though cursed to fade, Chandra is continually reborn, a reminder that even in loss, there is always the promise of new beginnings. Though these stories come from different corners of the world, they share a common thread: the moon as a guide, a teacher, and a source of renewal. And Mondays, named in its honor, carry this wisdom forward. They are days to step into the moon's light, to honor its cycles, and to begin anew. Which lunar story speaks to you the most, Selene's love, Mani's guidance, or Chandra's renewal? Share your thoughts as we continue. Above us, the moon hangs as a silent sentinel, its phases marking the passage of time and its light casting an otherworldly glow. Yet, beyond its visual beauty, the moon exerts an invisible pull on our emotions, our intuition, and even the very water within us. To the astrologers of old, the moon was no mere rock, it was a map, a guide, and a reflection of the soul's journey. Let us begin with the moon's most tangible influence, its dominion over water. The oceans rise and fall in harmony with the moon's pull, their tides an eternal dance with its phases. But did you know that the human body, composed of over 70% water, feels this same pull? Just as the moon tugs at the tides, it tugs at our inner waters, our emotions, our intuition, our subconscious. In astrology, water represents the emotional and intuitive realms. The moon, as the celestial ruler of this element, governs the ebb and flow of our inner worlds. Mondays, then, are days to attune ourselves to these tides, to honor the feelings that surface and to let go of those that no longer serve us. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your emotions as an ocean. Are the waters calm, or do they churn with hidden storms? Reflect on what the moon might be revealing to you. Astrologically, the moon represents our inner world, our emotions, our instincts, and the way we nurture both ourselves and others. Unlike the sun, which governs our external identity, the moon is the guardian of our inner sanctuary. Its placement in your birth chart reveals how you process emotions, how you care for your soul, and what brings you a sense of safety. For instance, if your moon is in Cancer, you may feel deeply connected to home and family, your emotions as deep as the ocean itself. If your moon resides in Aquarius, your intuition might guide you toward innovation, seeing emotional patterns others overlook. Each Monday, as the moon's energy dominates, it invites you to reconnect with these aspects of your emotional landscape. Do you know where the moon sits in your chart? If not, consider exploring it. It might hold answers to the emotional patterns you experience. The moon's energy is never static. Its phases, from new to full and back again, mirror the cycles of life, death, and renewal. Each phase brings a unique energy, a unique lesson, and Mondays carry these lessons into our week. During the new moon, the energy is quiet, introspective, a time to plant seeds and set intentions. A Monday following a new moon invites stillness and clarity. The waxing crescent and first quarter phases bring growth and momentum, perfect for beginning projects. A Monday under a full moon radiates power, illuminating what must be released or celebrated. And as the moon wanes, it calls for reflection, rest, and preparation for the next cycle. Each Monday, aligned with the moon's phase, offers us a specific opportunity to align our week with the celestial rhythm. Look up tonight's moon phase. How might its energy shape your intentions for this week? The moon is not just a mirror for emotions but a gateway to the subconscious. In astrology, it governs intuition, the quiet voice that knows before thought, the instinct that feels before reason. Mondays, when the moon's energy is strongest, are ideal for tuning into this inner knowing. Have you ever experienced a sudden insight, as though an invisible hand guided you toward clarity? That is the moon's work, whispering truths that words cannot capture. On Mondays, simple acts like meditation, journaling, or even quiet reflection can open the door to these whispers. The moon invites us to pause and listen. What quiet truth has been calling you lately? Take a moment to listen. Write it down if it feels right. Finally, the moon teaches us the delicate balance between light and shadow. Just as its light waxes and wanes, so do our own inner landscapes. Mondays remind us that it's okay to embrace both, to honor the light within us, while tending to the shadows we often hide. The moon does not fear its darkness, it embraces it as part of the whole. So, too, can we. Monday is our invitation to begin this journey, to let the moon's light guide us, and its darkness teach us. What part of your shadow are you ready to bring into the light this Monday? What part of your light needs nurturing? For centuries, humanity has gazed at the moon, weaving tales of its mystique while marveling at its science. But what if the two, science and spirituality, are not opposing forces, but complementary voices, harmonizing to reveal the truth of our connection to this celestial companion? Let us journey through the phases of the moon and uncover how its rhythms subtly shape our Mondays, influencing not just our emotions, but the very energy we bring to the week ahead. As we approach the deeper layers of today's insights, let's take a moment to stay connected. If these messages speak to you, consider subscribing and becoming part of the Mystical Realms family. A simple like or share can ripple out, touching souls who need it most. Together, we can shine brighter and explore the mysteries that unite us all. The new moon, shrouded in darkness, offers a blank slate. This phase symbolizes beginnings, a time to set intentions, plant seeds, and dream of what could be. Mondays under a new moon carry an energy of quiet possibility. The world feels hushed, as though waiting for you to take the first step in a new journey. In this phase, scientific truth and spiritual wisdom converge. Astronomically, the new moon aligns with the sun, sharing its energy invisibly. Spiritually, this alignment draws us inward, inviting us to reflect and recalibrate. On these Mondays, the veil between thought and feeling thins, making it the perfect time to envision your goals for the week ahead. Take a moment to think, what intention will you set for this week? Write it down, and let it guide you. As the moon begins to wax, its crescent grows brighter, signaling progress and growth. This phase calls us to act, to nurture the seeds planted during the new moon. Mondays in the waxing phase brim with potential. They ask you to take the first tangible steps toward your intentions. Close your eyes, if you feel comfortable. Let us begin a journey to connect with the energy of the moon, to feel its gentle pull on your emotions and spirit. Imagine the moon above you, luminous and serene, cradled by an endless expanse of velvet sky. Its light is soft, yet powerful, and it reaches toward you, inviting you to align with its rhythm. Before we reach for the moon's light, we must root ourselves firmly on the earth. Picture yourself standing barefoot on cool, soft grass. Feel the connection between your body and the earth below. The ground supports you, steady and unwavering. With each breath, imagine roots extending from your feet, sinking deeper into the soil, anchoring you to the planet's steady heartbeat. Breathe in stability. Breathe out tension. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale the stability of the earth, and exhale any tension, any heaviness, letting it sink into the ground to be transformed into strength. Now, lift your gaze upward. Imagine a column of soft, silver light extending from the moon, reaching down to you. This light is pure and nurturing, shimmering like liquid silver. It touches the top of your head and flows gently into your body, filling you with its calm energy. As we bring this journey to a close, I'd like to invite you to keep walking this path with us. Subscribe to the Mystical Realms to continue uncovering the profound and the mystical. Your support means everything, and every like, share, and comment helps spread these insights far and wide. Until next time, may your journey be guided by light and your spirit filled with peace.